I've been in role for about a year as the Chief Medical Officer for Pharmaceuticals, and the first thing I've tried to do is to try and be able to give to the organization a very clear understanding of what role we need to play in the company. And the conversations often happen, are we positional? Are we a bridge between development and commercial? Are we partners to commercial? Are we a subset of commercial? And I firmly believe that if the medical organization can fundamentally be able to represent the healthcare professionals who practice medicine within the company, with a strong awareness of what patient needs are, then we would have done our job. It's our job to be able to bring the perspective of the practicing physician that allows us to take all the innovative science and put it into the context of clinical practice. If we're able to do that, I think we're adding value. And I think it's in that context, when we talk about integrated healthcare, that I'm expecting the organization to be the ones who are actually observing and understanding how patients are being cared for in the health systems that are particular for the geographies that each team works in. And if they bring a peer-level understanding and can understand unmet needs and understand how we're going to add value, you automatically become a partner. What it takes is a clarity of purpose, that you have to do this for the right reasons, be a reminder of why we do the things we do, and I think the partnership is a consequence.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that answer at all. Is there anything in Novartis that you'd say you're doing that's unique or you're emphasizing more than perhaps others might do? I mean, I can imagine that many people would give a similar answer to the one you've given, but I'm interested to know where perhaps in your company you feel like you're pushing the barrier.
I'm not sure whether I'm pushing it better than other people are, but I'm certainly proud of some things that we're doing. And the one that comes to mind is the recognition that this medical organization that begins with me at the helm in a way, and leading all the way to the MSLs, who are the people that interact with customers on a regular basis. It's really setting in place the tone to say, be purpose-driven, be focused on what matters, listen as much as you speak, or even more than you speak. And I think in line with the previous presentation, do your best to actually be that trusted partner that understands the needs of the physician. And a perfect example was recognizing that a drug with great data, once it becomes available and is approved, is only the start of a journey, and that the actual change in the practice of medicine is going to happen one patient, one physician at a time, and it's mediated by the help from this team. So I think it's really getting people to buy into the purpose, and then have the systems in place that allow for focus, prioritization, insight gathering, and then actions on the basis of those insights.
Sheeram, this one's for you. How can we talk about integrated healthcare, really, if inside our companies, medical and commercial are not yet integrated as far as they should be?
Interesting question. I've been dealing with it for a year. I quite simply describe it as commercial and medical being connected but distinct. I think we got into trouble when we started confusing medical as a subset of commercial, that should medical be the people that do things that commercial can't quite get done. I quite simply think of the fact that when I think of a new drug being delivered as a major advance, from that point on until it actually gets incorporated into practice to where it makes a difference to all the people that it can, both organizations have a fundamental role to play. They are slightly different phases. The scale on which the commercial organization works through sales and marketing is much larger. The medical organization is a partner. The strategy has to be integrated. The medical organization has to bring the insights as peers of those that practice medicine to the commercial team. So I think of it as they have to be integrated, actually. And I actually think that it is fundamental to the leadership of the companies to make sure that they are treated as such. I tell my own team that it is not positional. It comes from being credible. If the conversation is about who's medical reporting to, we've already lost the battle. To me, if it's clear that the medical team brings the value that it is meant to, it will happen. And so I don't know what integrated means, but at least in my environment, my medical franchise heads are closely linked to and work with the business franchise heads and the development franchise heads in each therapeutic area, and they have a clear role to play.
Okay.
We have to earn it.